Hi everyone, welcome back to Gloucester Golf Centre, myself Joe Lovery. So today I'm in the downstairs performance studio. I'm going to be using flight scopes for today's testing. I'm hitting the brand new Callaway Epic iron. Now these things look pretty cool and they're pretty expensive in fairness. I think they're like £1,700 for a set in graphite. So not, it's a premium product. It's up there competing with your PXGs and any of the top sort of brand stuff, probably like some Muras as well. So let's have a talk through some specs. Let's have a real close look at the head and then we'll see how they perform. So this is the brand new Epic iron. So as I just said, this thing is really premium. You're talking about £1,700 a set, and I tell you what, it looks fairly premium. You can obviously see the sort of carbon effect there on the back of the iron that's kind of reflecting on what they'd have on the Epic driver. Quite a thick top line you can see there, obviously a nice face. The heads are fairly large on these, I think, compared to your conventional iron. I do really like actually the carbon on the back of the head. You can see there with the Epic logo, they're all sort of done quite nicely. So supposedly next generation 360 cup technology, idea is they just make the rim of the face really thin. It's at 1mm, meaning more ball speed as such on off-center hits. So obviously when you're hitting poor shots, so shots at the toe or at the heel, what you're going to find is they're going to go a very similar distance to the ones at the middle, supposedly then stopping that sort of well-known shorter shots off the off-centered hits. Obviously, if that's going to get you closer to the green, going to help you lower your scores, that's great. But £1,700 is a lot of money, so they're going to have to perform really well in my eyes to stand up to that. So they've got ExoCage technology as well. Not really too sure what that is, I'm going to be completely honest. Just sounds like a bit of marketing. But yeah, let's see how they feel. Could be wrong, but let's give them a hit. So hands on them with the Epic iron. So I've got these in an extra stiff. Let's see how it feels. So I'm expecting these to go a long way. I've been hitting a few shots actually to get warmed up, and my 7 iron's been going about 175 to 180, somewhere around there. So let's give this one a hit and see how it feels. Ah, 213 yards. That's gone a really long way. Let's see if I hit another one. Okay, 198, that's a bit more realistic. The sound then, the feel. They feel fairly sweet actually for what they are. There's not much feedback. I wouldn't be able to tell you whereabouts I've hit that off the face. It just kind of springs off. Not so sure on the sound. I think most of these sorts of irons, these bigger, more forgiving irons, never sound that sweet. Like if you hit a Mizuno in the studio, it sounds awesome, whereas these kind of make that clack sound. I'm not the biggest fan of. However, ease of use wise, they feel really easy. They just seem to spring off the face. There's not, they don't feel too intimidating. Well, they don't feel intimidating at all, actually. They're just confidence inspiring when you stand over them. That's the noise. That to me is so clacky. It might sound better outdoors. A lot of these irons do, but in here, I don't like that sound. It's like the new TaylorMade M1. When you hit that, they make that, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. But the actual club itself, do you know what actually feels okay? I can see who it's aimed at. It's going to be aimed at the person that's probably got a little bit of money and they're just wanting to enjoy their golf, and it's something they can pick up and hit a long way in front of their friends and sort of say they've got it. And I mean, I can understand that. There is a market for it. It's definitely not a player's iron. I think that's where they bring out the pros, but I mean, if you've got a bit of cash and you fancy a good iron, this will certainly compete with your PXGs. So, Callaway Epic irons then, would I buy them? In one answer, no, but they're not aimed for me. They're aimed for somebody that wants more distance, not too worried about the kind of control aspect of it, not into shot shaping. They just want something they can hit, turn up and play once a week and play really well with, and that's what they'll do. I mean, distance-wise, they go miles. I was saying earlier, my 7 irons sort of 175, 180. These have averaged 200. With a carry of 197, which is exceptionally far for me with a 7 iron. So As I say, not aimed for someone like myself, aimed for somebody that's maybe even starting in golf or plays quite a lot and has quite a lot of money. But as I say, they are a cool iron. They are kind of a little bit of a showpiece of how far technology's come and where we're kind of going in the future, which is cool. We're going to probably start seeing a lot of this now in more Callaway products and that sort of thing. So it'll be interesting to see where the golf market's kind of going in irons. And I mean, these are sort of, well, they just go a long way and they're very easy to hit. But as I say, if you're looking at a new set and you think you're in that kind of market where you're happy to spend some money on your golf clubs, you're looking for a bit more distance, you're not too worried about control, and you want something that's going to go a long way, these are your boys. So thanks very much for watching. If you could subscribe to my channel for more content, that'd be great. If not, see you soon. Thanks a lot.